king-size bed, isn't he? Wait a minute.
Hey, wait a minute.
It's a millennium clock.
It's the millennium, JR. 10, 9,
Countdown.
6,
To the millennium.
4. We're counting down.
It's
3,
here.
2.
We're counting it
1.
down.
What? What?
Welcome to Raw is Jericho! And I am the new millennium!
Well, this is going to be something Road Dogg with fire in his eyes. And on our premiere broadcast of SmackDown here on UPN, what more fitting place to see the wrestling debut of Chris Jericho. The controversial, talented, young superstar Chris Jericho.
I think the Road Dogg is fixing to experience a Y2J problem firsthand. Oh, he's praying.
Road Dogg is ready for a war here. There's some payback coming to the arrogant young Chris Jericho. And it could come, King, at the hands of the Road Dogg, who you know as well as I do, just loves to fight.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you, we've heard so much about this young man right here. Chris Jericho. Y2J is here, and we are about to experience his debut here on SmackDown. This is great.
And here he comes! Wait a minute! What the hell is this? Y2J is a hockey stick! Y2J is dressed in hockey gear, in the Buffalo Sabres gear nonetheless, here in Reunion Arena, the home of the Dallas Stars, and I think I get it now!
Well, it's not a bad plan if you think about it. Ken Shamrock, the world's most dangerous man, you would want some gear to protect you so you don't bleed.
It's a first blood match, folks.
I just said that.
There are no pinfalls, no countouts, and the first to bleed loses. And Chris Jericho, once again, may have duped the world's most dangerous man. Steve Austin to take on Triple H in China right here tonight.
Uh-oh. Well, it sounds like we got a little Y2J problem first. Whoa!
He calls himself the Ayatollah of rock and roll. Chris Jericho flanked by Curtis Hughes. And King, it was last night on Sunday Night Heat. And Jericho and Hughes teamed up against the Dudley Boys, but Chris Jericho deserted Curtis Hughes. Sending
Now,
Hughes
wait. I wouldn't call it deserted, man.
Well, what would you call it then?
Well, they just had a little disagreement, that's all.
Jericho a match against The Rock last week on Raw, but talking to Chris Jericho earlier on today, Y2J basically said that
he arrives here in Raw. Why did Stephanie turn her back on her father at Armageddon?
Watch it. Whoa!
Why did she align herself with her estranged husband, Triple H? Maybe we'll get these answers tonight, but right now, the new Intercontinental Champion, Y2J himself, Chris Jericho, is on his way to the ring, I'm sure, to address this capacity crowd.
Well, Jay already says he came here to save the WWF. Now he's got gold around his waist. He is the Intercontinental Champion. We may have a real Y2J problem on our hands.
Once again, this belt is around the waist and where it belongs, with the legendary, incredibly charismatic showman in Y2J.
well, nothing like starting off SmackDown with 2 title matches. Intercontinental title is now on the line.
Starting it with a bang.
Alone on Sunday Night Heat, Monday on Raw, and tonight on SmackDown.
No doubt Jericho's got his working boots on. That's why he's got the IC gold.
Jericho set to defend the Intercontinental title. And tonight's SmackDown is brought to you by Chef Boyardee. Overstuff yourself on Thursday night with Chef Boyardee Overstuff and the WWF.
And by L'Oreal Tobacco Company's Youth Smoking Prevention Program.
And by Love Boots and Shoes. Tough enough to handle anything.
And we are back live in Richmond, Virginia. Here on WWF Raw, Chris Jericho. Just found out tonight he'll get a shot at the WWF title and the King of the Ring.
Introducing first from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, weighing in at 227 pounds, he is one half of the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champion, Chris Jericho!
13 days, a big night for Jericho and Benoit, to say the very least. That is if Y2J can survive this handicap match between the 500-pound Big Show and the home court champion Rhino, thanks to our commissioner.
And you want to talk about hardcore in a big show? Combo Sex presents WWF King of the Ring live from the sold-out SmackDown Airline Arena in New Jersey. Combo Sex, really fast Super Series, the end of the WWF. The countdown is on. Like that, tied everything in together.
He is the new WCW champion.
He is the new WCW champion, Chris Jericho!
3 new champions have been crowned tonight, all from the WWF. And now, can Chris Jericho and The Rock wrestle the WWF Tag Team titles away from the Dudleys representing the Alliance? It's not going to be easy, especially if Jericho and The Rock can't coexist.
But even if Jericho and The Rock could coexist, the Dudleys are multi-time ECW Tag Team Champions, multi-time WWF Tag Team Champions, and they have the Duchess of Dudleyville, the brain surgeon, the mastermind herself, Stacy Keibler in their corner. Besides that, The Rock and Jericho can't get along.
Muted title on the line.
Following non-title contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, being accompanied by Stephanie McMahon from Winnipeg, Manitoba, weighing in at 227 pounds, is the undisputed World Wrestling Jericho.
You gotta admit, Michael Cole, that is an impressive combination. What a duo.
What about the robe that Chris Jericho's wearing? That's Triple H's robe, King.
Well, it was Triple H's robe.
That was given to Triple H by his mentor, Killer Kowalski, who taught Triple H all about the game in the wrestling ring. How would Chris Jericho feel if his father, who was a star for the New York Rangers, gave him one of his precious uniform jerseys, and then somebody took it from Jericho and was wearing it around and flopped it off?
You know what you ought to do, Michael? Why don't you go write a country song about that? Come on. Let's live in the present, man.
Well, man, what a main event that's going to be. Triple H and Flair versus Bubba Ray and RVD tonight. And now we're ready for the Goldust made a kind of a left-hand remark about Jericho's man Fozzy that upset Jericho.
Wait a minute. What do you mean left-handed?
Well, a flippant remark that Jericho took very personally. He wanted to fight. I think Jericho wanted to fight Goldust, but I don't think that Jericho wanted to defend his Intercontinental title.
Well, all I can say is when we saw Fozzy perform live, that was trench setting.
Scheduled for one fall, and it is for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Introducing first from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, weighing in at 227 pounds, he is the Intercontinental Champion, Chris Jericho.
Like I said, JR, Fozzy, they are huge rock stars, and they perform here on Raw. And look, it led to tonight. Union Station, performing right here on Raw. Union Underground. I know it's Union Underground. What are you talking about? I got the CD.
Yeah, right. And we are back live here in the Joe Louis Arena. JR the King, ladies and gentlemen.
Last little piece of video I heard you refer to Y2J as a jerk.
You're right.
So with that.
Well, I could call him a jackass. That's the number one movie that does.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the World Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 451 pounds, they are the World Tag Team Champions, Chris Jericho and Christian.
And thanks to Rosie Jamal and Rico, Mike Dudley's been taken out of the equation. Bubba Dudley given the opportunity to select another tag team partner.
I think Spike maybe he can still get a job as one of those little lawn jockey ornaments or something like that. Maybe out in Eric Bischoff's palatial estate there.
Yeah, maybe so. Folks, tomorrow night the WWE is going to be live in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Friday night in Springfield, Mass. Saturday, Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. And Sunday in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Survivor Series.
What about tonight? Look what Eric Bischoff has put together. What a great tag.
Manitoba, Canada, weighing in at 227 pounds, he is one half of the tag team champions, Chris Jericho.
And let me just tell you this. There he is. Y2J, Chris Jericho.
And introducing his tag team partner from Toronto, Canada, weighing in at 224 pounds, he is the other half of the tag team champions, Christian.
And there you see that new anthology CD there. Chris Jericho tomorrow will be at FYI in Rockefeller Center. He's going to be signing copies of that anthology CD. And oh, wait a minute. Don't forget. River also has that. Stacy Keebler may be there as well. Woohoo!
Jericho's also going to be at FYE in Rockefeller Center in New York City.
What did you say, FYI?
In person, by the way. And I tell you what, he may be there without his tag team titles if the Big Red Machine and RVD have their way in this World Tag Team title match.
And FYE, by the way, is for your entertainment, JR.
Thank you very much. And this should be a most entertaining World Tag Team title match. Kicking off Raw here on a Survivor Series week as we are counting down the minutes and the hours until we can have the privilege of being the world's most famous live here on Raw.
Manitoba, Canada, weighing in at 227 pounds, he is one half of the World Tag Team Champion, Chris Jericho.
Jericho went into the Elimination Chamber of the Survivor Series seemingly upset. Even struck his own tag team partner with a steel chair last week, and that FU television certainly kind of played Jericho's a strategy card. He needs his tag team partner to help him tonight in this no disqualification match.
But make no mistake about it, he wants and he needs him because it's all about him. It's all about Y2J. He thinks he's the king of the world, and he wants to prove it to everybody. He can care less about Christian or anybody else. It's all about him.
Jericho severely lacerated that arm, heavily taped, bandaged up at the hands of King, and threw him through one of those plexiglass chambers at the Survivor Series. Remember, RVD speculated that he's the man that, when he five-starred Triple H, that bruised Triple H's trachea, Triple H hospitalized overnight.
As they're on a roll, JR. They can feel it. Uh-oh. Wait a minute, I feel something. He's a huge rock star.
Over Canada, weighing in at 227 pounds. He is the tag team champion, Chris Jericho, along with weighing in at 224 pounds, the tag team champion, Christian.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, last week Chris Jericho's mouth got him in a little bit of trouble, King, with Big Papa Pump. And Big Papa Pump, that coveted free agent, made his presence felt in the no disqualification #1 contenders triple threat match.
Well, as you saw there, Christian was like roadkill as Big Papa Pump made his way to the ring and then checked these suplexes out. Oh, powerbomb, suplexes, everything you can think of.
Big Papa Pump, that coveted free agent, still has not declared whether he's going to sign with us here on Raw or on SmackDown, but in any event, we have 3 championships on the line tonight, kicking it off here live tonight with the World Tag Team titles. The Dudleys just reunited 8 days ago at Survivor Series. And King, you and I both know what the Dudleys can do when they're on their game, when they're focused, when they have a target, a goal. And the Dudleys have the biggest goal in tag team wrestling awaiting them to declare for Stone Cold Survivor Series team as a opponent.
From Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, weighing in 230 pounds, he is the highlight of the night. He is the king of Bling Bling, a sexy beast, and the MVP of Raw, the one, the only, Chris Jericho!
And now he sounds like Benny Hinn, preaching to the congregation. Introducing Jericho.
What an introduction. Who? Benny who? Benny Hill.
Benny Hinn.
Dang on. But anyway, the only thing comes left out of that introduction was Chris Jericho is the man who has a date with Trish Stratus.
I don't get that. That's the story here. Ready for the highlight reel. Well, folks, Raw Roulette returns next week to Salt Lake City's Raw. A variety of matches on a roulette wheel. You spin the wheel, you make your deal. You liked it last
I
time.
loved Raw Roulette. Last time I won a match, and man, I got to take an all-night ride on the whole train. Raw Roulette.
This is the return of the highlight reel.
Whoa, it's back.
I don't like this guy.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, weighing in at 240 pounds, Chris Jericho.
Chris Jericho live tonight here on Raw has one huge mountain to climb. Jericho one-on-one momentarily with Evolution's Animal, Batista King.
Yeah, you usually call Batista an animal. Now he's a mountain. Either way, you're right, JR. And New Clear Still Forgiven presents the Raw Production WWE Unforgiven. Unforgiven will be live Sunday, September 12th from the Rose Garden in Portland, Oregon, and exclusively on pay-per-view. New Clear Still Forgiven. Fights acting while you watch. This battle is going to be great.
Introducing his tag team partner, born in Manhattan, New York, weighing in at 230 pounds, Chris Jericho.
On the same hometown, the legendary NFL Hall of Famer Jim Brown is from. 2 great athletes out of Manhattan. Chris Jericho the 7-time Intercontinental Champion. No man in WWE history has been Intercontinental Champion more times than Chris Jericho.
And Jim Brown, of course, the greatest football player to ever play the game. But you know what? This is going to be like a battle of charisma. I got to hand it to Jericho. He and HBK are both very charismatic, but I don't know if they're in the same category as Captain Charisma. And JR, tonight, Raw is being brought to you live by new Castrol GTX Startup Motor Oil.
And by WWE Day of Reckoning, available now for the Nintendo GameCube.
And by Burger King, to remind you to have it your way.
Gentlemen, after interrupting WWE Champion Randy Orton's passing of the torch ceremony last week here on Monday Night Raw, finally the return of Chris Jericho, the charismatic, athletic, former undisputed champion.
Boy, I loved it last week when Jericho made that flame fizzle out for Orton.
Chris Jericho, of course, as you can see on the cover of the current WWE magazine. And I'll tell you what, folks, we're looking to do some Christmas shopping. I read the magazine today. It's available tomorrow everywhere, but it is a chock full of great gift ideas. Mr. Lawler, if you get my drift.
I got your drift, WWEshop.com. And, hey, the great huge poster in the center of that. I think every WWE superstar on the roster on that poster.
Great to see Chris Jericho back here on Monday.
Whoa!
Introducing first, weighing in at 226 pounds, he is the Intercontinental Champion, Y2J. Chris Jericho!
Indeed, the Intercontinental Champion looking to add King of the Ring to his impressive list of accomplishments here in the WWE. We should remind all of you that just as King and I are, we're finding out who these participants are as they come to the ring. The brackets have been kept a secret from the individuals and us as well. So it's going to be Chris Jericho tonight kicking it off. And we're going to find out momentarily who Jericho will face.
Well, you can take it from me. It's good to be the king. And can you imagine being the king of all the WWE? Wow.
Come on! You know I got you. Yeah!
This contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, weighing in at 226 pounds, he is the World Heavyweight Champion, Chris Jericho!
And Jericho still suffering the effects of that hellacious attack at the hands of Shawn Michaels during the unsanctioned match last night at Unforgiven.
You know, I can't blame Jericho for trying to talk his way out of this match here tonight. I mean, Lance Cage trying to put his hand on his shoulder. Jericho, please.
Well, Chris Jericho definitely in no shape for this matchup tonight against Batista. And you have to wonder the shape he's going to be in next week when we head to the King's hometown of Memphis live on Raw. Jericho defending the world title in a steel cage against the former champion CM Punk.
All in live in Memphis, Tennessee. You know, speaking of Memphis, of course, Shawn, that's my hometown. Memphis, Shawn Michaels in his hometown tonight. Got to be watching this. What do you think Shawn is thinking, seeing Jericho now, the new world heavyweight?
Introducing first, weighing 226 pounds, is his
Intercontinental Champion, Chris Jericho.
Chris Jericho also had a huge night at Extreme Rules. Not only did he defeat Rey Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship, he unmasked the Luchador as well.
The question is, can lightning strike twice? Chris Jericho, so arrogant, so narcissistic, but yet so very, very good. Jericho may be the best at what he does in his profession as anyone in the world.
A 9-time Intercontinental Champion. No one has that many in the history of the WWE.
We are back on cable television's hottest show. This is Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, and don't adjust your television set right now because this man is back on Raw.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Unified Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, weighing in at 226 pounds, he is one half of the new Unified Tag Team Champions, Chris Jericho.
So let's sort of fill in the puzzle here a little bit. This past Friday night on SmackDown, Mr. McMahon.
Gentlemen!
Well,
Big Show is hosting. He's not hosting Raw tonight.
neither's Chris Jericho. But Jericho and Big Show are indeed the unified tag team champions. And King Sunday at the Hell in a Cell event, Chris Jericho and Big Show will defend those tag team titles against Friday Night SmackDown's Batista and Rey Mysterio. I wonder if probably security didn't stop them coming into the VIP lounge. But then again, who's gonna stop Big Show?
Yeah, you'd need an army of security to stop that man. I wanted to see our guest host out here. Gotta admit, they're an imposing, impressive player.
Of 711 pounds, they are the unified WWE Tag Team Champions, Chris Jericho and the Big Show.
Well, tonight Raw is presented by Wing Street, award-winning Wing Street wings delivered only by Pizza Hut.
We should have some of them out here to enjoy this first ever match between the Unified Tag Team Champs and D-Generation X.
Look at Jericho.
I built up an appetite for this show tonight.
I love it when Triple H talked about Jericho's hair. Remember the movie Something About Mary?
You can't go there.
Well, I mean, the hair is the same.
acting WWE COO Triple H, who is here tonight.
I mean, a savage attack as well. Oh, boy.
The following is a Beat the Clock Challenge match set for one fall. Introducing first, from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, weighing 227 pounds, Chris Jericho.
Well, a sulking Chris Jericho after failing to win the WWE Championship last night at Extreme Rules, but he may get another opportunity.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. That was a fantastic match last night. A great match. But you're right. Jericho, I mean, you can look at his face. He is sulking right now.
Chris Jericho looks to beat the clock. He needs to beat the Mrs. Time of 4 minutes and 18 seconds to set the pace and creep toward a WWE title opportunity.
Who's his opponent?
From Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, weighing 227 pounds, Chris Jericho.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has not been a good week for Chris Jericho. It started last week.
Manitoba, Canada, weighing in at 227 pounds, Chris Jericho!
Ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible Royal Rumble match last night for this man, Chris Jericho. He entered the match at number 6, and he lasted over 51 minutes in the Royal Rumble matchup. Incredible performance by the 6-time WWE World Heavyweight Champion, and Chris Jericho will be talking about it tomorrow night, 9 o'clock at ESPN Sports Center with the coach.
Coach gets all the stars. You know, we started, Coach, didn't we, Michael? Why did he ever ask us?
The following is the Money in the Bank qualifying match. Introducing first, from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, weighing in at 227 pounds, Chris Jericho!
I want you to look closely at Chris Jericho. His back completely bandaged up because of what happened last night at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. There is one spot to fill in next week's fatal four-way match for the vacant WWE Universal Championship.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, weighing 227 pounds, Chris Jericho!
Already Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, and Big Cass have advanced. And tonight's Monday Night Raw is brought to you by Domino's. Order online and track your order. And again, heading to Houston next week, live on Monday Night Raw, 3 of the 4 men, Rollins, Owens, Big Cass. Will it be Jericho or Roman Reigns who will join them?
Jericho's resume certainly speaks for itself. 6-time world champion, first ever WWE undisputed champion. He is not done. No question about it. This is an extraordinary opportunity for Chris Jericho. You mentioned it. A 26-year career. Jericho has never, ever held the United States Championship.
And this coming from a man who is a 6-time world champion, a record 9-time Intercontinental champion. And think about Corey adding this title to his resume tonight.
It would complete the puzzle. Essentially, Jericho could call it a career. Not that he already shouldn't be incredibly proud, probably a first ballot Hall of Famer. But that's the one thing that's escaped him. You know Jericho is well aware of what he's got to do to dethrone Reigns tonight.
Part of me thinks Jericho really, because of that opportunity, really wants to soak in the moment, have that pride of accomplishing winning the United States Championship by himself, without Kevin Owens involved.
Only on the WWE Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the United States Champion, Chris Jericho, and the WWE Universal Champion, Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens, rough week last week, but still the Universal Champion. Chris Jericho, the current United States Champion, started last week off being suspended above the ring in a shark cage at the Royal Rumble. Then he lost to Sami Zayn in a non-title match on Monday Night Raw. So Sami Zayn now tonight has an opportunity to win the United States Championship when he goes one-on-one with Chris Jericho a bit later on.
I don't think it's a far stretch to say that Sami Zayn might be in the head of Chris Jericho, and hey, we may have a new United States Champion tonight.
Sami Zayn will not, nor will he ever be the United States Champion or a 61-minute man like Chris Jericho.
Ladies and gentlemen, despite the fact that he volunteered his buddy Kevin Owens for the Universal Championship match at Fastlane versus Goldberg earlier tonight, Kevin Owens says he has Chris Jericho's back in this United States Championship match. And tonight, Monday Night Raw is brought to you by the delicious flavor of Popeye's Chicken Waffle Tenders.
And by Xfinity Home, connected, protected, home.
And by Tap Out Athletic Wear, available at JCPenney.
Chris Jericho said there is no way Sami Zayn will beat me twice in a row. You better hope not. He's going to lose the coveted United States.